Now, if you have been writing even basic C programs, you have probably seen those hash include directives at the top of your files. But what exactly are these mysterious .h files and why should you care? Well, imagine you are building with LEG or bricks. You might have a blueprint that tells you what pieces you need and how they fit together before you actually start snapping them. That's kind of what a header file doesn't say. It's a blueprint, a declaration of what's available in your other code files. Here in our average.c file, we have the actual instructions and implementation for our calculate average function. It takes three subject marks and spit out their average. But how does our main function, which lives in the file or even in the same one as we discussed, know that this calculate average function exists and how to use it? It's where our trusty average.h header file comes in. By including average.h, we are essentially telling the compiler, hey, I'm going to be using a function called calculateAverage that takes these kind of inputs and returns this kind of outputs. The actual instructions for these functions are somewhere else, so just be aware of it for now. Think of it like introducing to people. The header file says meet calculate average. It could fit numbers. The source file is where calculate average actually does its number crunching magic. And the hash include is like saying, hey main functions, you need to know about calculate average. So why is this separation so important? Well, for small program like this, it might seem like extra work, but as your projects grow, header files become essential for organization, keeping your code neat and tidy, reusability, letting different parts of your project use the same functions again and again, faster compilation. For bigger projects, only the files that change need to be recompiled. So today we are going to walk through this simple average calculation program and see exactly how these header files work their magic. So buckle up code crafters and let's unlock the power of header files.
When explaining hashtag if and if and hashtag define, you might see these funny looking lines at the top of header files. These are called include guards. They are like a bouncer for your header file, making sure it only gets included once, even if multiple parts of your code try to include it. This prevents some really nasty errors. While showing the function declaration, notice here in average.h, we only have the declaration. We are telling the compiler the function's name, what kind of data it accepts, and what kind of data it will return. While explaining the hashtag include in main.c, see how we use hashtag include average.h. Here, the double quotes tell the compiler to look for this header file in the same directory as our source files. It's fully used the calculate average function, all thanks to our well-defined header file.